Hey, it's Tom again, giving you an update on the van. Um, we have to kind of a redesign. I'm working out the kinks in this bed lift. I think I've got most of the kinks worked out. What I'm doing is I'm putting on an extra one of these shaft bearing, so it'll keep the shaft from bowing. And on top of that, what I noticed was especially on the drive pulley, it was it was pulling so hard that it scored the shaft where the set screws went in. So that's not good. See, because even though I'm going with a way bigger, this is not going to snap. No, no. But the situation was the same with the drive pulley, and we had a hard time finding an appropriate pulley that would work, that had good set screws. You could get, and then of course you'd still have the same problem with trying to pull all that torque on that one pulley. So Denny had the idea, look, why don't we just get two pulleys and wrap the cable around the shaft. I thought about it, and I said, I got an idea what we can do. We're going to get two more pulleys, actually three more, but two of them are going to be like these three spoked pulleys with gaps all around them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cable and wrap it through the spokes. Then I'm going to put the other spoked pulley right next to it. Then I'm going to take hose clamps and I'm going to hose clamp the uh, the cable around the three spokes real tight, so it really gets a hold of it. And then I'll wrap it up, and that'll be the left hand side of the drive pulley, and the right hand side is the old pulley that I'm not using anymore. It'll just be to hold the cable in from the right side. And I think it's going to work because number one, you're going to have four set screws instead of two set screws holding it. On top of that, that cable is not going to come out of that kind of a setup. It won't. And I'll wrap a whole lot more cable around there as well. So the last thing we're going to do for that is we're going to go ahead and put in the counterbalancing pulley on the very end. If I can put a pulley on the very end of that shaft and have it go opposite for what the bed's doing, when the bed's going up, it's rolling down, and vice versa, then that cuts the workload in half on that drive pulley. So maybe it sounds kind of complicated now. You'll see what I mean when it's all assembled and get it together. Meanwhile, my cabinets that I made, I've come to realize they're just sticking out just a little bit too far from the wall. And when the bed goes up and down over here, I'll show you that. See it? It hits it. Hits it. So I got to cut that back. And what I've done is I've ordered a cutoff saw, which is kind of it's a hand saw, like a little hand circular saw that I can get up in there and just slice it away, slice about an inch off. And then I tell you, it should be okay after that. We're also redoing all the lift cables, which are still staying at eighth of inch, because that really didn't, that eighth inch cable had no problem pulling up the bed, because the weight's split four ways. So each cable is pulling up like 50 pounds, 60 pounds, something like that. And it's rated to be able to take 300 pounds. So, I mean, that really, it's supposed to be the snap. It's supposed to be even heavier than that. But they say don't go any higher than 300 pounds. But I'm telling you, this thing is going to work. It's going to be a couple of days until I get the rest of the supplies and give it another try. Once we get it all the way up, then I'm going to build a gizmo that we can lock it up there without the cable actually holding it up. And because that way, you don't want to be under this thing if just the cable's holding it up. Yesterday when we were cranking it up, we got up to just about a foot from the ceiling, and bam, that cable snapped, and this thing just slammed down to the ground, not on the ground, onto the platform that it rests on when you're going to sleep on it. It's all made of unistrut, so it didn't harm it a bit. Fortunately, Denny's phone was on that thing, but it was just a little bit off of where the bolts were. So it was thinner than the bolts. So she didn't squat. Otherwise, the phone had been flat as a pancake. So, just checking back with you. I'll let you know as soon as we know a little more. But I'm sure it's going to work. Hey, it's Tom. Y'all take care. Bye bye.